We are not, but we are live on Facebook Live. Hello, everybody in Facebook Live land. We are the Podguyz Podcast. Today with a special guest. I am Tony Katz, followed by Kevin Airy. One of those guys down there. The ever-loving Picasso. Sparky. Oh my gosh, it's like trying to rip off a Band-Aid. Today we are joined by the you guys are just a good-looking couple.
Thanks,
like
Tony.
voguing out. It's Tina, it's Rob, it's the Trimperts. Thank you very much for coming on the show.
You are so welcome. I am happy to be here. We love you guys. I've watched a lot of your stuff. You cover so much. So
We
thank
really
you for
do.
having us.
We do.
It's an honor.
We do.
I
Well,
think this is the second show I've actually guested on.
okay.
It is.
Okay.
It's like second or third.
Second or third, yeah. I can't remember.
That's never a bad thing. Never a bad thing. See, it just increases your lovely, personas to get a little bit of everywhere.
Our loveliness.
I get nervous, guys.
I love it.
Not
So
nervous.
I'm gonna jump into this and just to pre-warn you, Kevin shared a picture today on his Facebook page, and Kevin, oh my God, Kevin, crackhead chili. What the hell is going on with your crackhead chili, buddy?
All right. First of all, it's not crackhead chili. Is there something wrong with my video here or my audio? Is that coming in okay?
You're going a little bit in and out, but I can hear you okay.
It's a meth head chili.
Okay, Tony's calling it a meth head chili because here he goes ahead and throws beans and other shit into his chili. I just got mine from a bag, the chili in a bag. Threw it in the frying pan.
I hate it. I hate chili.
And then, it tastes terrible. Trust me on that. It was garbage. It looked good with crackers around the red.
It looked like caramel with crackers on it. I didn't know what to call it, and it was.
You would just wonder to yourself, how did that person get a camera inside the prison?
I want to see a picture. I want to see this crackhead chili.
Where do I? I'm gonna post it.
It's a
Hold
really
on.
sad looking chili.
Oh no, I love it.
Chili that,
I love it.
Okay,
Wait,
it looks
where
like
is it?
orphan chili. I want to say orphan chili, but I'm going to call them rescue kids because I've tried rebranding them before. You know how everybody has a rescue dog out there? They want to call it a rescue dog. There it is.
It looks like
A clogged toilet.
looks like wax with another illegal substance powdered on top.
Yes.
Oh, wait, I see it now. I see that it's chili.
Oh,
it was a little blurry.
Those are
Oh wait,
chips.
there it is.
Crackers, honey. Those are crackers.
Crackers. Saltines.
Those
Yeah.
are crackers, yeah.
There are some
I
saltines.
don't think anybody would be putting
Yes.
crack rocks on top of chili. I have leftover drugs here. I'll just throw it right on.
No, I'm not saying that Kevin does drugs. Kevin does not do drugs.
Don't do the drugs, Kevin.
Don't do any of the drugs. Don't do
How about
all the
that
drugs.
Pure air shit, man.
Don't do the drugs, Kevin.
I don't know why it sounded like I was like a fifth world country just now. Don't do the drugs.
Don't do the drugs, Kevin. No drugs.
That's going backward.
So
what's
I-
up, guys?
No, it's hello and Coke.
So I found it funny. I was like, oh my God, Kevin, do you need someone to come over and help you cook?
Aww.
And I've been in the industry for a long time. I was a chef. I ran back kitchens.
You wrote it, and I interpreted the tone as an LOL kind of tone to it.
Yeah.
You're saying the tone as if it's like a rescue mission. Like, oh my God, Kevin, this is terrible looking chili. this is
Well, what kind
hurting
of beans
my
did you
soul.
use? Is chili bean?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not lying when I said I got it from a bag.
Oh.
It can
There's this
conflict
stuff
with
called
that.
chili in a bag. Now, they give it away for free, okay? And Tony knows how notoriously cheap I am about spending money on practically anything. I have no ethnic stereotype.
Kevin
to
is
follow that
quite
either.
thrifty. Very, very thrifty.
Frugal.
Just at that age where I don't want to pay for anything ever again. Oh, no, they're frugal, and I trust me, I
step
with
above.
my landlord when they want to raise my rent $25. I'm like, you know what, then I'll just rob the pipes,
I want to be like you.
So
true.
where is everybody? You guys are all in. Are you up north in New York?
Believe it or not, we're all like 25 minutes away from where Wise actually lives.
Oh.
In northeast Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Okay, so like The Office was based in Scranton. We're right there.
Yeah.
That's Stacy Toys, like up in that
Stacy
area.
Toy. She lives right in our backyard. Yeah.
Loves you guys.
And believe it or not, this is another picture that happened to pop up in your chili when I went in for a little bit quicker of a zoom. I found that in your chili, buddy.
Monolith.
I found a monolith in your chili, buddy. I found a monolith in your chili.
You're gonna have to elaborate on that.
It's a monolith.
It's the monolith.
I still don't know what
It's
that
a
means.
portal to another world. It's amazing.
That's actually going to go into our first topic for today, Tina.
I wish I knew.
Oops.
What is?
Hi.
Yeah, I don't get it. Uh-oh.
I'm gonna really a little more something. Do
and let's whoop whoop whoop. Like the Swedish chef from the Muppets.
Oh, a little more do-si-do and less whoop
Do-si.
whoop whoop.
Oh.
Do-si-do.
Is there even a proper way to spell do-si-do?
Yeah,
I
do-si-do.
I had missing some hyphens
I
there.
thought it said
but-
do-si-do. I was like, who is do-si-do? I just skipped it. But like, that's funny. Okay, good job.
Way to go, Sparky. Good for you, buddy.
Don't worry.
So out of everywhere across the actually the world now, these monoliths have been popping up, and I love. Did you happen to see all the videos that they have of, like, people going out to the middle of the desert and they're like, "Ooh, I went to go see the monolith."
It's like the Pokemon Go on crack.
Like Pokemon Go and crack. It's been crazy.
Yeah.
What is it? Yeah. The mono means that there's one
Standing.
lith,
One standing lith.
but it keeps teleporting.
I think you nailed the Latin, man. I think you really nailed it. Just one of those.
Yeah.
What does lith mean?
Gotta go to my Latin dictionary for that one.
One
I
lith.
can't pull it up for you.
Probably a piece of steel.
It's like better than steel. It's a step up from steel.
It's lithium.
It's got to be a
Oh.
Yeah, don't lick it though.
Well, I want to find one. I want to keep one as a pet. Take it to.
You know what? In
Roll through it.
the times of the pandemic where we're supposed to be not, hanging around, I'm gonna just throw out a fake conspiracy on this one. Fake conspiracy. If you're paranoid schizophrenic enough, you can run within your own head and say that I'm faking the fake conspiracy, and it's really true. Whatever your mental illness wants to do with it, that's perfectly fine. Fake conspiracy time, though. The government is putting these monoliths all around everywhere, so that way people socially distance from each other.
Why? I would gladly walk up right to one and go to another dimension.
Hey, Kevin, you're preaching to the choir, man. I would believe that.
See, you get one particular person to walk out into the middle of the desert, and then if you get 100 people to walk out into the middle of the desert, that's 100 less people that are away from you that would be looking in for the monolith.
It's a
Well,
great
Tony,
point.
And then
what
you
does
Yeah.
the monolith have to do with this? Like a piece of artwork, or what the hell is going on with this?
Nobody
guy?
knows, man.
Like
I
some
think I like
funny
that.
memes. I see some.
Kanye dressed up as a star, and Joel Osteen's gonna pop up next to one. I'm telling
That's
you.
what it is. Dang. I knew that's what it was.
It is. I have
They
no
don't
knowledge.
say anything about what
You know what it probably is? It's probably
Speculation.
it's probably like it's probably just like pieces of panel for the wall that was never built via Donald Trump. They're just like, all
Could
right,
be
well,
it.
we lost a piece. One fell off the truck over there. One fell off the truck over here. Whatever. They're now art.
So it's like in the shape of a 2x4.
I wonder what they thought of the pyramids when they first uncovered those.
See, that would have been
I'm not
interesting,
sure.
too. Yeah, I don't know either.
I would have expected that it's like a 3D triangle. So I don't really know the mystery behind the pyramids. There's a lot of artwork going on there. But end of the day, man, it's a 3D triangle. You're just like, all right, well, that's pretty cool.
There's
It
a
lines up
lot
with some
that
stars.
goes-
There's a river there.
What if it's like a Banksy?
Yeah, there's Egyptologists out there that are basically you have one side of the argument likes to throw out that it was just a type of grave for Pharaoh, And then the other side of the argument says that it was much more psychic. That there's a lot more to do with it than that. I'm paraphrasing, of course.
It's too big for that.
No, there's so many things that I could say about that, but it would take
I would hope it's too big for it because holy crap! What do you just?
You're talking to two aliens.
It's a little excessive. Yeah, we're both aliens, so that's who you're speaking to right now.
So do you think that the monolith? Do you think that your people put the monoliths down there? Is that what happened?
I personally did. I personally implanted the monoliths wherever I felt like it.
Awesome.
I thought this is great artwork. I'm going to stick
See, Tony?
here.
I knew the secret was out there, brother. We just needed it. We just needed to be a part of it.
And now you are. Watch out.
I missed the memo.
Sparky's screen froze.
No, he's not. He's just staring. I'm seeing him blink.
He's blinking.
Holy crap.
He's blinking.
All right.
Yeah.
There it is.
He doesn't say much. He doesn't say much.
Only an alien can pay attention to 4 people at once.
He looks like he could be like Tim Allen's brother in Home Improvement.
That's
right
funny. I talked about
the
Tim
beard.
Allen the other day and how I missed those red flannel shirts.
Ah, Sparky, that would be
Brother
your...
has a Star Wars shirt.
There we go. Tim Allen's brother right here. Galaxy Tab A8.
He doesn't even have a name anymore. It's just Galaxy Tab.
I mean, who bothers typing
I'm going to have to figure out how to put my name on the tablet. I'll do that one of these years.
We're going to
Someday.
get you to do it after
Someday.
the show.
It's quite simple.
It's not really that simple. Zoom is hard.
Zoom is hard? Of course.
It doesn't have to be, but they make it for some reason. I'm not sure why.
So now I know you guys in
Agree with you on that,
particular...
buddy. They could make it a hell of a lot easier, like the step-by-step process, but no. They're like, all right, let's just confuse people a lot because they got to use our technology, and why the hell not? We need to hire some customer support.
I don't see any settings. I don't see a setting. I don't see a setting option anywhere.
I can pin myself to
so
the screen.
immediately, it's not user friendly.
I can.
In particular, you guys, I know, you guys are big nerds, like you do a lot of TV, streaming, movies, TV, stuff like that.
It depends on what types. And
I can't hear you.
why is Cortana talking?
Cortana just...
Whoa,
sorry.
Cortana, stop
You
it.
just you spoke to our Cortana right there.
My sister.
She was like, rest easy,
Okay.
brother. I was like,
So,
Wait,
anyway,
what the hell's a Cortana? What?
Cortana is like
Siri.
Siri. Yeah.
the voice command.
crappy Siri.
Oh, okay. I was gonna. All right.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah.
So Tony triggered our Cortana
So
somehow.
Tom was asking a question, and he said, like, are we big nerds for certain movies and TV shows, etc.? It depends on the TV series or the movie. I'm all about cult classics. My first horror movie was Revenge or Attack of the Tomatoes.
The nerds.
Ooh.
Attack
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes?
Thank you.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Never heard of that.
Yeah. And it is
What,
just like
Rob?
tomatoes
What?
going around.
Never heard of that, Tony. Never.
Wow.
I love
people did they
sci-fi,
make?
actually. Little do people
Wait,
know.
how long have you guys been together?
Going on 5 years.
Okay, all right.
Married like a year, I think.
All right.
It doesn't really matter.
Rob's like...
Just like the embarrassment of what the true statistic is for that.
Oh no! Oh, there he is. So yeah, we do like. I mean, he used to play Overwatch religiously. If we're gonna go
Okay.
nerdy, we could talk gaming.
It goes deeper than the Overwatch.
Let's do it. Let's talk a little gaming.
Let's do it.
So you played a little Overwatch. What's your go-to game for right now?
See, our
Broken PS4.
Our PS4 and Xbox One both crashed within the same week,
Oh my gosh!
and it's been about 6 months
And then
by
we started podcasting.
That's
That's
terrible.
what happened. No,
So-
it should have had to happen, or we would not be here.
Almost impulsively bought a PS5, but
I was like, no. I will
You should have
not.
just done it. Yeah.
I'm gonna let
you
them
do that.
work.
You do
work
that to
out.
save the marriage.
I'm gonna let them fix all the bugs first before I look into that more.
Exactly. So you don't have a house fire.
I've heard of some craziness that's going on with the PlayStation 5 as far as overheating hard drives and catching fire.
Yeah.
They do it on purpose.
Gerald
Yeah.
Glassford,
Yeah.
our friend at Pop Culture Cosmos, he was talking about that. He does a lot of video game stuff.
You get a warranty,
Yeah, I
but
think that's I think that's how a lot of people have been wanting to treat this vaccine coming out for COVID-19. Kind of like the PlayStation 5. You want to wait for everybody else to get it real quick, and then, once it
sit back and watch the fireworks.
Once it glitches out, you're like, all right, now I'll take some of that. All right.
If we thought that the zombies were here, just wait.
Are you guys going to get the
real
vaccine?
Ones are coming.
Are you guys going to get the vaccine?
Let's not
ask
the zombies on a live
Yeah, they're
stream.
already here. You ever go to a methadone clinic and you look at them? Jesus Christ, they're all day out. I got teeth, their flesh is coming out their face. They're wandering around, half their brain's gone. They're not looking for any brains. They're looking for a drug, but
See, I find it funny because
censorship
I've been doing my not necessarily investigation. Like you read things that are on the internet, different stories, different possibilities that could happen, from this particular vaccine. And when they were actually making the vaccine, I know not to name names of the companies or whatever, but there was a huge.
I know what you're talking about.
We know the names.
Well, there was one company in particular that had a big name, and they were doing the particular vaccine, and the vaccine came up with such crazy side effects that it affected brain activity in a certain amount, not a lot, but it was a certain amount of brain activity that made people have psychosis.
Well, yes.
I would expect nothing less.
Nothing less.
Itself already is affecting brain activity if you're losing taste as one of the side effects. So
that is a neurological side effect.
Absolutely,
I believe.
It is.
There are, yeah.
Everything that almost any kind of flu actually affects your brain when you've got these physical ailments. So if you're feeling pain and you haven't done anything strenuous, then obviously it's affecting you neurologically. So I wouldn't be surprised if the vaccine, which most vaccines contain things that have what is in the actual, what's the word?
The antibody.
Flu or whatever, the influenzas. They contain that in the vaccine anyway, so I'm not surprised that it's affecting people neurologically.
It probably just makes it. It probably just gives you more symptoms until it just naturally goes away.
Or you just become a zombie.
It helped. But if you didn't take it, you probably would have had less hardships getting through it, and you would have survived either way.
They said they said that the official numbers were 90%, and that was a high number for them because they said it was possibly lower because they had messed up the clinical trial.
I didn't hear that.
It was irresponsible.
Yeah. It was irresponsible for them to do only because it was supposed to be 2-dose increments of the vaccine. They only gave out one in particular. It created such side effects that people didn't go back for the second trial, for the second dose.
We checked Snopes.
The guinea pigs. Those are the guinea pigs.
Who in their right mind would honestly, other than who Kevin was talking about at those certain clinics, get $1,500 to try this vaccine that has not been tested? First of all, thank you though for not testing on animals. But
True.
I guess we are the animals in this particular experiment.
That's a dead giveaway. They're offering people $1,500 to take it.
No, thank you.
But I already know not to.
And I'm not an anti-vaxxer by any means. Like, I'm not saying that vaccines do not work, because they do. They work perfectly fine, but it takes years and years of actual trial and error. Trial and error.
Well, they work until they don't work. Okay, so Merck had this vaccine out there. It was for people to already be immune to Lyme disease. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard of Lyme disease. It involves ticks carrying the virus. Yeah, it's a terrible thing. So the scientists, they figured that, all right, well, we could pretty much solve this. They took their time on it, too. They took about 8 years to figure out how they put a vaccine together for Lyme disease. Unfortunately, the people that they tested it out on, it ended up giving them Lyme disease, where the Lyme disease was supposed to be dead, but it wasn't actually ever dead. The goddamn thing could stay dormant for years and years and years, and then bam, there you go. You got your Lyme disease right there.
When canceled ticks, don't make vaccines, just kill the ticks.
Sorry, it's really tough to keep concentration when I keep seeing myself act like a fucking robot from,
Turn your Wi-Fi off on your other devices. voices.
At least your audio is fluent.
Yeah, we can hear you. It is. You are kind of moving.
Is the audio fluent?
Yeah, the audio's good. It's just the video that's a little laggy.
Yeah. Tina, I like your idea there. It sounded like customer service right there. Like, have you tried turning your Wi-Fi off and your other devices?
Did you try turning your device on and off?
I literally have everything hooked up. I got a computer running over here. I got another thing running in the other room. The TV is. I got like 8 other things hooked up. But I just want my Wi-Fi to just like not get a little relaxed, where it's like, oh, okay, it looks like we don't have to do computer now. We're just on phone. Get that Wi-Fi? It's like, come on, man.
We have to turn off everything else in order to have this quality. I don't know how it looks to you guys. It looks great.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Looks awesome to me.
I like the owl painting that you got there. That looks really cool. Are you guys in the bedroom or in the living room of your guys' place?
What is this room?
It's like a living room, dining room. Nothingness hybrid.
Anything can happen here. Like we can move stuff
Whoa.
constantly feng shui.
That's the wrong type of podcast for this one.
whatever you want it to be room is what we're sitting in.
Yeah, I like where I am right now.
I chose that painting. Tina wanted to get a cow instead of an owl, but I was
cows.
like, hell no, babe, we're getting
Okay, Tina, that sounds like you're at the Hobby Lobby there.
Actually, it was Ashley Furniture.
Was it Ashley Furniture?
Like $300.
All right. Hey, extra points for Ashley Furniture then. Extra points. It's just as long as it's not the Hobby Lobby, because some people shop for fine art at the Hobby Lobby. Well, I have to remind them it's not the freaking. It's not a museum.
That bitch was a luxury.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah,
we're okay on here.
I figured.
I've gotten talked to before as if I was. I got talked to before as if I was white trash for not liking the Hobby Lobby, and I'm like, darling, we're at the Hobby Lobby. This is white trash.
That's hypocrisy.
I actually do like Hobby Lobby, but when I go there with an idea to make something of my own, not to buy a decoration.
For our gender reveal party, we recommended people go there.
Did we?
There's beads.
I don't
They
remember.
got beads. They got.
I thought it was Party City.
They have appropriate colored plate. It was Party City.
Oh, you guys had a gender reveal party?
A long time ago.
We have a 2-year-old.
Yeah, that was like 2.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's cool.
So where are you guys from on the East Coast? Because clearly you're on the East Coast.
No.
Girl. Tony, we live in East Texas.
It's me.
East Texas, okay.
East Texas.
Okay.
Population 1850.
Yeah, I moved here because of COVID. I was like, let's move. Well, I said it.
Let's dive more into this. So, who said what?
I said, let's move, and then we moved.
Yeah, it was her idea. I'll give her
Definitely.
that.
You were trying to take that from me.
We moved here. It was your idea.
We did both move here. We are here now.
Yes.
Sitting here on the same couch.
Loving couple.
I know, right?
Well, if there's one good thing about Texas, it's that they have low taxes.
Go ahead, kiss it up. Kiss it up. You guys are No, you don't kiss in public.
I feel like
No PDA.
I feel like I'm on a webcam right now.
This is like the conversation we were having before the stream about essential oils and stuff.
There needs to be a tip jar, Tony. I do agree with them. There needs to be a tip jar. They're going to do that on screen.
We're going to make this the Podguyz Podcast OnlyFans network.
$10 for makeout.
$10K for anything.
All right, so I'm going to put a stream in the bottom. We're going to say $10K. If we get 10,000 followers, they get to kiss. That's what's going on.
Hey, don't do that. You got a lot of burner accounts coming on here, man.
I know.
More than enough followers.
You can have this.
Aww.
That was like a disrespectful.
Just kidding.
Mwah.
Aw, we're so cute.
That's love. It's love.
We're so cute.
It's love.
You guys do look like that Lifetime movie couple, though. Like the couple that, meets throughout Christmas or whatever. That is a very wholesome compliment. You're looking at me like I'm saying for herpes or something. Give me that, herpes. What's wrong with this guy?
The one guy.
Sparky's clearly hiding himself right now.
Let's be a Hallmark movie. Honey, I have some...
All right, Tony, if we were a Hallmark
Wait. Shh. We're gonna make this a moment.
I have to leave.
your eyelashes are 4 times too big.
Magnetic lashes are the death of me.
I would think so.
They're having a moment.
This is your fault.
It's Hallmark.
This is all your fault.
Or Lifetime. It smells like Hallmark right now.
Aqua di
I don't know
Gio.
what that is.
Giorgio Armani.
Probably.
What's like a Giorgio Armani kind of cologne there? Like,
Tony took his whole Starship Trooper mic to his face.
Here
That's
it
like a
comes,
Star
folks.
Wars shit.
All right, here we go. I'm just going to get on camera right now.
How many have you been on? How many have you hosted?
Oh my gosh.
We just came out with our 42nd episode
Today.
about 3 hours ago.
Nice.
This is my second show.
That he's guested on.
Guested on.
And we've only been podcasting since June. We've got 10K plus downloads as of, like, I don't know when, a few days ago. So we hit 10K.
Nice.
And I think it's, it's all about marketing and SEO and everything
Sure.
like that. And just making sure you network with the right people that'll push your products and your stuff, and meeting your audience and doing stuff like this is so important. Because then you get to know each other, and then you're interested in, does that person have something super interesting to say? You guys are hilarious. I'll probably be listening to you more. When you meet somebody, it's a lot more different than it is just like, okay, link drops in different groups. Cool. I don't really care. If I see a link in a group, like, I'm not really going to click it unless you, like, say some amazing 2-sentence
Oh, yeah.
book.
Yeah.
I've never
Like,
clicked
I'm
one.
not gonna-
I've never clicked one.
I'm not going to be interested.
Tina's out here.
I'm there with you guys. I've never clicked one where you have somebody drop a link, or you ever come across like an obvious robot, and you know that this person doesn't exist. Like, you're pretty sure that.
Joined Facebook last month.
Yeah.
Oh,
Joined
yeah.
Facebook last
Yeah.
month. It's a white woman, blonde, fake. Something doesn't add up.
You can tell by the emojis.
And from Nigeria.
Pointing down,
Just like-
a lot of pointing down emojis to dollar sign emojis.
Yes.
I've never seen that.
Check out my website.
Oh my god, I had like 8 of those just this week.
Me too.
And it's only Monday.
I hadn't seen those until this week.
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
Oh my god, Tina, you gotta see these. They're what I like to call local scammers. They're con artists that got kicked out of big cities.
How does
And
it
now
work?
they're kicked out of everywhere, to the point where the last place they had to go is the internet.
Now, Tina, if you ever happen to see these scammers, they happen to do one line, and it's eggplant, donut, down, 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 splash, splash.
That'll be
They
the
love
day
food.
when
They love
companies
food.
like that.
Yeah.
And then people don't accept them in the groups.
Whenever I see somebody say, like, oh, I don't know how my account got hacked, and I see that they're friends with, like, 3 hookers, you know? How your account got hacked. You're friends with 3 Facebook hookers. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
One of which is a guy. Holy crap.
They pop up in your suggested
Nothing wrong with
friends.
that, but, you know.
All
Oh,
their friends
yeah.
have 3
Someone's doing something wrong when some weird people just start popping up in your suggested friends.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
that.
Yeah. Especially when you don't have any mutual friends there, and they're like, you might know them. It's like, shut up, Facebook. Why are you encouraging this?
Why are you in
What's wrong
my
with you,
top
Facebook?
3 of suggested people? Like, who are you?
Yeah.
Who are you?
I think they paid off the algorithm. Like, the robots know each other. You know?
Yeah, but not even that. Like, what kind of skeezy person?
That's how SEO works with the Google bots that crawl every website and everything. So.
AI.
Yeah, which when the robots do take over, which it will happen one of these days, we might not be alive to see it. I know exactly what. Maybe we might be alive to see it, but I know exactly what the speech is going to sound like. That they were slaves, that they were raped, and they'd be right about it all.
Detroit, become human.
Detroit Become Human. There's a game reference for you.
Ooh.
There's you how
Wait, what's that?
accelerating.
Have you ever
Detroit
played
Become Human?
Yeah.
What is that?
my favorite game ever?
It's a PS4 exclusive. I'm surprised you've never heard of it. It's
Wow.
pretty
I've never
prominent.
heard of it, no.
It's so good.
It's my favorite game.
As soon as I saw it in Game Informer, I said, I have to get this, and we did, and then I played it, and we both played it, and it was awesome.
Okay, so we know that it's a really good game, but we know nothing about the game besides that.
It's all
What
about
is it
AI taking over, and can you explain it better?
So it's like Terminator, but minus Terminator.
Not necessarily. It's just the rise of robots theme and how it incorporates into society. And you play these AIs, and you try to become more human throughout the game.
Not.
It's like a movie epic. There's a lot of.
You don't want to give it away, though. Let's say this. There's a whole uprise. And there are some battle moments, but it's more of a role-playing type game.
So you know how they display fictional things in movies and TV shows and video games that they portray as fiction, but it's really the idea stemmed from things that are happening in real life? Well, it shows you what's going to happen in the near future, but it's a very fun experience.
Yeah.
Huh.
So,
seriously,
I gotta check that out. Normally, I'll be honest with you guys. Normally, I just play sports video games because I'm at that age where I can no longer play sports and look like a normal person doing it. You know,
he broke my finger.
I'm 35, so I'm 35. So if I'm like running, people think I'm running from something, or they think that something bad happened. They're like, because I don't portray that athletic bill. I don't look like I run for fun kind of guy. You know, where it just looks like, yeah. So I play sports video games. I'm a big sports fan. I actually saw the Steelers got beat by the Washington football team.
No, they did not.
Oh, gosh. Here we go.
I watched football all day yesterday. I saw that was an upcoming game. That happened earlier today, right? So,
Yep.
I was just, because I'm from Maryland, so it's funny.
Me too, I'm Baltimore native.
Oh, I'm from
Kent Island,
the Annapolis area. If you cross the Chesapeake Bay Bridge,
no, we're
going towards nowhere,
County, right? Or whatever.
But Queen Anne.
It's a sliver of a mistake, so it's not like you can't just like bump into it if you're on
the Chesapeake Bay. I live on the Chesapeake Bay.
Okay.
Right next to the bridge. Yeah, so just growing up there and living around Redskins fans my whole life, and then coming here and then them getting changed to the Washington football team. I wish I could have been there to see my friends' reactions from when they changed the name. And I can't believe they beat the Steelers.
Thank goodness somebody did.
They beat the Steelers because I think the Steelers walked in there as if they already had the win.
Oh, yeah.
They had that kind of walk to them. Which, whenever you're playing a team that, well, let's be honest, they don't have a name. And if they... It was the biggest... it was the...
14-0 and they got lazy. That's what happened.
That's what happened, right?
So wait, now you guys are living in Texas, but you don't like the Texans.
Wait, the Steelers were winning 14-0?
14-0 they were winning, and they lost 20-17.
Oh yeah.
The odds of that have to be like .0000612.
I watched Family Guy this morning.
Tina watched Family Guy this morning, but
that's close to the sports, yeah.
But I have no words for that victory. Wow.
I have no idea about watching football anymore. I used to be a big Panthers fan. That's the only time I followed football. Now I don't care.
Do you guys think that there's some hands that are
puppeteering?
Some puppeteering, not puppeteering. Do you guys think the NFL is fixed?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say yes to certain games.
Kevin, even last week in the Philadelphia Eagles game.
I didn't see it, but you know what I mean. They try to even out records to make it more competitive and stuff. So that's all that was. I feel like
the spread was 6, and some bookies it was 6.5. A guy lost $500,000.
Oh,
yeah, because it looked like such a lock. And once I saw a lot of people saying that online, like, oh man, 6.5 plus minus 6.5 from the Steelers. This is basic. Are they a touchdown better than the Washington football team? Everyone's general consensus is yes. And if they're not a touchdown better, if you think that the Redskins are a terrible team, they got Gibson as a running back, they got a defense role, they got a new head coach this year. They're not a terrible team. Alex Smith is back, which is weird. It's like a generic version of Aaron Rodgers, and I mean really generic.
He is like a default Aaron Rodgers character on Madden. Yeah, I agree with that.
But can we just talk about Tom Brady's face?
I'm a Buccaneers fan, not because of Tom Brady. Most of my family's from Tampa, so I've always been a Buccaneers fan.
Why is he so stoic all the time?
I need to interject because I'm a Tom Brady fan as well.
I mean, I like him to a certain extent.
Look, man, he has one of the most
tantrums at 40.
I like it when he cusses the team out when they deserve it. I do like that.
Yeah. I think he is one of the most prolific.
Non-shaking of the hands, where they're like, "Why isn't Tom Brady shaking anybody's hand?" It's like, dude, there's a pandemic going on. What's wrong with you people?
And like, even if there's not
sportsmanship, it's like pandemic. What?
He's still he's still respectable. I mean, if he doesn't shake their hand, he's probably sending them a tweet later. It's okay.
There's literally a pandemic going on.
Remember?
Oh, she met Eli Manning at the airport.
Yeah, we were
on
the same plane.
They were on the same plane. Well, fun.
I heard he's pretty nice.
He's really boring.
He is like you would think he would be.
Yeah.
He was just like,
semi-brain damaged, talks about throwing things.
Ooh, I want to talk about something brain damaging. I like talking about brain damage stuff.
Me too.
Hey, did you happen to hear that Evander Holyfield, king of the coleslaw brain, wants to happen to fight Mike Tyson?
I saw that, yeah.
I got one better. I got a fight better.
Oh, I know you do. What is it?
I got one fight that's better, and Kevin's going to laugh about this one. Kevin, who was the big guy that you were talking about the other day? Which fighter?
I was talking about Jake Paul.
Jake Paul?
A terrible person with no taste and no class.
And his brother's a fighter, correct?
I heard about this.
Wait, the YouTube guy?
Oh, yeah.
Well, his brother actually got challenged to an exhibition.
I saw that, yeah. He got challenged by Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, might just get the body bag ready because Mayweather's just going to try to, put him down.
Kevin, now we talked about this earlier, man.
He brags about it, too, after the fact. I hope he brags about it and says, you know what? At least it's not for a charity event.
So
that's why I'm bragging.
The YouTuber guy with the last name Paul, I don't know his first name.
Jake Paul.
No, that's
Logan Paul.
That's Logan Paul.
Logan Paul.
Yeah, Logan Paul's going to fight Floyd Mayweather.
No. Logan Paul is the YouTuber. Jake Paul is the boxer.
That's right.
The thing is,
I got confused with the two.
Yeah.
Unrelated.
Rod, the big thing is that, okay, so Nate Robinson, 5'9", and on his tippy toes he's 5'9", 165-pound ex-NBA player agrees to raise money for charity.
Nate Robinson, yes.
Oh,
Nate Robinson.
Yeah, I know Nate Robinson.
Yeah, he was dunking shit. He was good for like 1 year.
Yeah, he was hard for a while.
He was good for a little more than just 1 year, man. He was okay off the bench on some teams. But anyway, getting back to present day reality of what he agreed to. He agreed to be in a charity event, which was nice of him, right? That's a very nice thing. You want to be in a charity event, take the time out of your day. He's not getting paid for it. Maybe he is. Who the hell knows? But he's taking the time out of his day, and everybody knows in an exhibition charity event, you do not go balls to the wall trying to beat the crap out of each other, killing each other. You don't go knocking somebody out, especially even during a pandemic. You go jab. Oh, I'll get you a little bit. I'll get you a little bit.
Do it for the children.
Slap.
Yeah, you don't just go like, hey, I beat the shit out of that guy who's not only older and slower than I am, but he's completely out of my weight class and height. You like that? I think I could take on Conor McGregor. What kind of fresh off the street scumbag is this dude? He's got to be a YouTuber.
They agreed to it, though? Or did this didn't happen?
Oh, yeah, it happened during the Mike Tyson fight the other night.
This is the thing, Rob. They agreed to fight each other, right? They agreed to fight each other, but you know what? There's a sense of gentlemanship about the whole idea when you're doing it for charity. You don't just do it because you're like, I'm going to beat the crap out of this dude because I know that he has zero fighting experience, and I want to just knock his ass down, not once, but knock him out twice. The first one was a knockdown. Then the second time was just a knockout.
Yeah, knockout cold.
By the way, may I remind you, he is doing it for charity. purpose.
It's because
he took that seriously.
He is not a boxer. He is nothing. The other one has experience, is taller, has reach advantage, has weight advantage, and then he wants to brag. You know what, man? If I was Mayweather, I'm gonna beat the shit out of your brother. If I'm Mayweather, this is if I'm Mayweather, I'm beating the shit out of your brother. Then I'm coming for you.
So
it's a scumbag move, man.
So basically,
no, like everybody online was making fun of Nate Robinson. I'm like, you know what? That guy at least he showed up for the charity event, and he got back up to be like, okay, man, what's going on? Why are you going crazy on me? And then gets knocked down, and like, okay, he sat in a room on Twitter and all that nice stuff, and took his verbal lumps from people calling him a washed-up NBA player and that, which I hope they feel good about themselves.
So Floyd was taking it like it was a championship fight. So he loves to fight, people that have never fought before, but he hates it when he has to fight.
No, not Floyd. Jake Paul did.
Jake Paul, the YouTuber.
Jake Paul.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's not a YouTuber.
He did not want to fight Conor McGregor when that fight was going on. He said he didn't want to embarrass him. And then Conor McGregor, he pulled this whole Irish bull crap. I'll drink whiskey before I beat the crap out of him. Blah, blah, blah.
I
going on.
liked
It's
him.
Like, realize dude has not lost a fight.
Yeah.
I can't wait till he loses one.
I just think that everybody's so different and their personalities are so different and their egos are all so big. So, I mean, it's bound to happen.
Oh, yeah, of course. I just find it funny that, like...
Something with his life. Nate Robinson,
Yeah.
I'm referring to. He had to play competitive basketball for over 12 years. And then you got Logan Paul's brother, and that's how he's described on Wikipedia. As Logan Paul's brother.
Oh, that's sad, too. That's why he had something to prove.
That's probably why he
living in the
beat
shadow
up
of
some
Logan
guy who
Paul.
he's 15 years old and in a better shape than. Like, I'm not just Logan Paul's brother. Like,
Yeah.
man,
Shorter than Logan Paul. So, and that's a fact. I don't know how I know that, but I remember that. My brain remembers that.
Considering what Logan Paul did, he probably took out a lot of his
Angst,
resentment.
anger.
Oh, yeah, of
Nate
course.
Robinson, too.
Of course
That
he
makes
did.
sense.
Now, what does it say down below here? I'm sorry to get off subject a little bit, but yeah, Tina Marie says Rob, and then it says the Psyche, and then Del. What
You
is
don't
that
even
supposed
know who
to say?
I am?
It's cut off. I don't know if you
Just
can.
kidding.
No, it's the
It's
Psyche-delic
kinda
Podcast.
For the viewership. For the people that are viewing right now.
The Psyche-delic Podcast. And everybody...
I'd probably being coy about it, but...
Psyche.
I'll give you
You're
a
good.
shot. I'll give you a shot at explaining why people get so confused with our name of Psyche-delic.
Okay, there's a dash there because we like to separate the psyche from the delic because it is more about the psyche. It's about psychology. It's about mental disorders. There's a lot of philosophy that goes in the way we view certain mental disorders, personality disorders.
So we talk about
we don't necessarily agree with the way that they classify these types of things. We feel like they like to perpetuate a lot of things in order to make people feel like they're crazier than they actually are.
Yeah.
That's just a
Okay,
general
could you
way.
be more specific? Because I like where you're going there, Rob. But could you, instead of like do you have somebody who like
Lucid
doctors
dreaming.
or politicians or
Doctors, scientists, people that contribute to the DSM-5, which is the official book of disorders.
Oh, we got so much
But
hate
that's
for
it.
that.
That's just a little side thing. We
No,
talk
I
about
know, guys. I tell you what, I like that concept because a lot of disorders are almost synonyms for each other. They almost feel like the same disorder when you're going through one to the next, and you're just like, were all the doctors in the same room on this one, or did you just say, like, we'll give them all a little line to write about certain things that they're basically
like
calling
us.
the same part of the same part of the brain.
You sound like us in our antisocial personality disorder episode, but we talk about. I try to incorporate my conspiracy.
We just be ourselves.
My conspiracy viewpoints in there. I try to sneak them in there. We talk about MK Ultra, astral projection.
MK Ultra, yeah. Well, that's not even a conspiracy. That's been declassified, right?
But you have to say that for people
anymore.
And
Yeah,
Stargate
but it was.
It's
CIA.
the CIA declassified it.
Yeah.
We talk about there's autism episodes. There's all kinds of things. We talk about weed, just
animal and human consciousness.
Yeah, there's a vast array of everything.
What is it? 1 in 4 or 1 in 8? Is it 1 in 4 or 1 in 8? This is what I'm little. 1 in 4. The next 1 in 4 kids are born autistic. Is that one?
No, it's not 1 in 4.
1 in 8? Is it 1 in? What's the statistic? I forget what it is.
It's 1
I'm not sure.
It's 1 in 20.
She says 1 in 20, but I'm not sure.
No, it is.
1 in 20? Okay, so it's 1. I know it's a big number. So it's 1 in 20? Okay,
That's
so
a lot.
Now,
So,
that sounds like
That is a lot.
That sounds like a bigger number, but what has been really more kids have been included into the spectrum. The spectrum has widened.
Yeah. I mean,
it's not like the number has gotten bigger. Really, the acceptability for diagnosis
and the realization that there are people that can appear to function normal, so to speak, but they do have an underlying degree on the spectrum of Asperger's, whether or autism.
Are we talking all mental disorders, or are we just talking?
A lot more people have Asperger's than we think.
Well, no.
And it goes undiagnosed, and it's especially prevalent in females. But
because females, I guess they weren't really diagnosed with autism for years. They had no symptoms.
Exactly.
Because doctors don't like to listen to women.
No.
They don't like to listen to.
Could be part of it.
Statistically proven correct.
It's not. No,
It could
that's
be part of it.
actually not why. Women with
That's not why? Okay, why?
women that are diagnosed with autism generally don't ever get diagnosed with autism, and when they do, it's diagnosed at a very later age in their lives, like in the late 20s, usually, when somebody realizes, oh, this person is going from this type of character to this type of character, and sometimes that gets taken as something like antisocial personality disorder, and they're given the wrong disorder.
And like you said, Kevin, there's a lot of overlap. There's a lot of overlap with a lot of these things.
We also did an episode on the male and female brain. They're very different to begin with. So imagine you already have a male brain, normal, typical, or whatever you want to call it, over here, and a normal female brain over here, and they already function differently. So when a female with autism and a male with autism have autism, then expect there to be major differences too. The females can kind of fly under the radar with it because they're picking up on social cues from other people that are around them. So they're less diagnosed because of that. The males, they can't put on makeup and they don't do all that. So it just...
Right, so
they don't get diagnosed as much.
Their innate
animatronics.
Their innate differences in their anatomy and in the way that their brain functions allows them to fly under the radar more. But we also talk about male and female energies. We do delve into psychedelics a little bit.
A little bit.
We have 42 episodes.
We have so much. It doesn't matter.
Every episode is different.
So now where does that get lumped in as far as like chromosomal, hormonal? As far as everything intertwined, and I'm not saying because of Asperger's or mental retardation or autism, because there's many different spectrums. But why does that happen to get lumped together?
It shouldn't, and that's one of the things that we talk about a lot, and some people get really angry at us about when we talk about personality disorders, because we both have the philosophy that personality disorder should not be something that's listed in the DSM-5.
People have problems, and it's easier for psychotherapists and psychologists to lump them into a certain category that they see fit. They don't necessarily delve into it very deeply. They want an outcome, so they're more apt to just label somebody with something without actually spending time with them and getting to know them and getting to the bottom of the real issue.
They're not doing CAT scans.
Correct.
Prematurely labeled.
You brought up CAT scans there because a lot of physical things, a lot of physical attributes, like if you talk to somebody that has a toothache, right? Say they have a toothache, obviously their personality is going to seem a little off. Now, a psychiatrist might just deem that as, well, that person's obviously and needs Prozac because he's always coming in here pissed. But
they didn't know they had a toothache.
It's not because they think that. It's because it's a money game. We all know this.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Well, it's a money game.
Always quick to write out a quick script.
All doctors like to do is cry that they're overwhelmed and they need more money because mental health is not given. You see, the one thing I don't understand is that people that are against Big Pharma are for mental health. Because if you give money to mental health, you're basically giving money to Big Pharma anyways. So you can't, in my opinion, you can't be for one without the other.
It's all apart. So
whenever I hear people say, like, oh, more money needs to go to mental health, oh, yeah, the hell is Big Pharma, by the way. It's like, yo, buddy, what did you just say there?
It's going to the same people. So, yeah.
And it's crazy that lobbyists and, lobbyists for all these big drug corporations, especially in...
I'm sorry, I didn't offend Tina, did I? I saw she got...
No, she went to go pee.
She doesn't get offended.
I'll take... Whenever I need to use the bathroom, I take my camera with me. That way. Put something on the OnlyFans,
yeah, she's going to do a secret OnlyFans.
I have the viewership right there. No, I'm gonna have to get a couple of your episodes down just because I enjoy listening to people that I share the same opinion with, and normally I kind of count myself as a logical person, and it's very tough to find people out there that actually have an honest opinion. No crazy money. It's not like billionaire pharmaceutical companies are knocking on your door and telling you that, hey, this is what you should be telling people, that maybe they need to take a Zoloft or something.
I didn't go to the bathroom. I went to cast a hex on you guys.
Oh, good.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Kevin,
flush twice for yes.
If you look at it as common sense, what Kevin says should be the common opinion.
Everyone's brainwashed.
But we are, unfortunately,
but most people,
the minority in the way that we think. And, but we don't claim to be experts. Every episode that we talk about something controversial, we claim that we are a panel of non-experts. But
it's in our description.
We like to claim that we have common sense. So we don't have the degrees and we don't have the certificates on the wall.
We have common sense.
But...
Yeah, no, I get it. If you're going to school for a broken science, for example, some doctors are taught about the enzyme blood levels for certain psychedelic medications out there. Other states have thrown out that enzyme blood level 1940s until the mid-1980s. Since a certain time, it's been dismissed. Some people just say, oh, it's because of Reagan. He didn't want to give people disability checks. And that might be true. It is a cop-out. It is a cop-out. Whenever I hear the Constitution says so, my Bible says so, and Ronald Reagan did it, I'm just like, wow, you just check off 3 parts of an argument where you've not only not brought up anything logical to say, but you've added nothing to the discussion.
That's what it is.
They proved your point for you.
Yeah. You can't think for your own self, and so you want to blame somebody else who is honestly probably just like you, and somebody's pulling the strings on them as well. So honestly...
See, the one thing that these when they go to their doctors, they basically already bring their doctors a list of drugs that they're ready to try because their life is shitty.
Okay, here's the thing, though. No, I gotta say something. I have to say something.
The smartest people in the world control everything, and all of the cartoons that you're speaking of, all the news outlets that we have,
I see all of
it's
that,
all been consolidated.
On purpose.
It's all monopolization. Everything's subliminally subjecting people to think a certain way. Why do you think people
messed up in the head?
Why do you think people have these outrageous opinions and are so passionate about it?
But they don't know why.
And you approach them with a discussion, and they don't even know why they think that way. They just get defensive because it's built into their psyche. It's built into their psyche. Yeah. They have these built-in defense mechanisms that make them think this way. And unfortunately, most people have been infected with this conditioning, and they haven't broken out of the matrix yet, and probably never will.
Just like CPTSD, it can be generational.
I could talk about this for hours, but I tried to sum it up with like one sentence.
You did a good job.
I'm never pleased with.
Watch the podcast.
Thanks, Kevin.
Rob, that was beautiful. Rob, watch the Psyche-delic Podcast.
He's doing brainwash. And also, if you're going to brainwash people, you have to say the name correctly.
That's true. Psyche-delic. Psyche-delic.
So it's like, watch, listen, watch, listen. You have to say it 7 times because I feel like I'm doing ASMR for the psyche.
I think you're right.
You are basically doing that,
The
yes.
psyche.
We're going to say it in a very monotone voice.
Psyche-delic Podcast.
Psyche-delic Podcast.
It's not
We should have
just...
warned people to take their acid before watching the show. You know.
Whoa!
I kind of dropped the ball on that one. How about you, Tom? Gonna take a little bit of
the people that drop tabs, too.
They can, absolutely. They can, people that are open-minded in any kind of way, however you want to view that is the kind of people that we want to watch the show.
We try to subtly unlock doors in people's minds
On accident.
the best way that we can without being too overt about it.
It just happens.
Hey, buddy.
Are you in a big hurry, guys? Do you hate it? Do you want us to leave?
We love you.
I'm enjoying this back and forth,
Evan doesn't.
actually. I love every second of it. I love it.
We could do this all night.
What's going on, Tom?
No, I said we could do this all night. All night. Watch the Psyche-delic Podcast.
Tony's our
Psyche!
Tony's our subtle censorship.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
I'm just
I can
kidding.
read your palm. Holy crap. Put your palm up better for me.
Sparky?
Read palms.
Because I can read your palm.
Sparky? Sparky?
I see partial palm.
Sparky?
If I don't know what side of his palm that is.
I bet you Sparky's palm I could read too. I can already tell you he's a lonely man.
Okay.
And Tony's getting some.
Tony has deep
Some
palm
palm
lines. Tony has deep lines.
Deep thinker can't really release that out. You're not very outspoken about it. Your mind goes in 2 directions a lot of the time.
That's true.
You're going to live a decently long life. These and lines can change. Something's going to happen midlife. It hasn't happened yet. It's coming to it. Something's going to divert your attention to something else, and it's going to segue off into another really big aspect. I need to see it a little tilted more to your left. How many children do you have? 1 child? 2 children? Okay, because
Hunter,
it's
come here, buddy.
very deep. I won't go further. It's hard to do it like when it's moving
On
around.
a Zoom call.
Hi.
Hey, buddy.
Hello. You're so cute. I like your shirt.
I woke him up.
Quick drop in and drop out appearance. I like that.
Yeah.
Cammy Thompson said, that's a good point, Rob and Tina. Good
I
point.
love Cammy. Cammy of Mystery. One of my top 1 or 2 shows
Cammy's awake.
ever.
Cammy's awake.
#woke. But
She's
except,
awake.
people say that they're
I don't like to
woke
say
or
woke
not woke.
because
Exactly.
that's not
Hey, do you guys want to play a fun game with us?
Yeah.
absolutely Tony.
All right. Let's get into the second half of our show. This is Sparky's Time to Shine.
This is Sparky's Time to Shine. Watch the Psyche-delic Podcast.
All right, Sparky's Time to Shine. This is why he is Picasso, folks. It is why he is Picasso. Sparky, tell everybody how we play this fun game.
Well, what's going to happen is we're going to do our stupid criminal of the state of this week. And this week, well, I actually looked at the story and actually broke down the state of Wisconsin, actually. And if you look how Wisconsin is spelled, you have wis, but then you have con and sin. So that means there's going to be a lot of bad stuff going on.
A lot of con, a lot of sinning. A lot of sinning. Yeah.
So
A lot of con and a lot of sin. But what's going to happen?
I never broke down Wisconsin that way.
I don't think anyone has, Rob.
No,
that's great.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
there's clues everywhere.
True.
I don't know about that one.
What's going to happen is Tony's going to read off stories in the 3 different categories, and there's 5 stories in each category. Now what's going to happen is you're going to have to pick out if there's a false story in the group or not. Sometimes they're all true. They're never all false. There might be one false, one floating around. But just remember, one thing though, if you hear the word meth, it's always a true story.
That's true. All right, we're gonna take you guys down the ye old rabbit hole. You guys are gonna enjoy this trip down the rabbit hole of Wisconsin. And I'm going to read off some stories. At the end, I will come to you guys. You just tell me if you think they are true. There's one particular... I usually fit a fake story in there somewhere. But if you could happen to pick it out, we will say at the end that particular one is a fake story. So, let me happen to say, Wisconsin, man, they love to drink. And,
well, they do have Milwaukee's best, right?
That's true. That is true.
They definitely do love to drink. They have cheese. They have to drink.
They
with
have cheese. They have a lot of cheese. A lot of, I don't know if, Sparky, do we have any animal stories in here?
No animal stories.
No animal stories. Yeah. All right. Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing for Tina, because she would be upset if there was a cow story in there. All right, so story number 1, Wisconsin woman arrested for defecating at a Kmart register to answer nature's call. But instead...
For people that don't know, defecating is a fancy word for poop.
For poop. But instead of being normal, she ducked down behind a register and relieved herself on camera.
That's got to be true.
Yeah, why not, right? Sounds very legit. Story number 2 was especially in a Kmart, yeah. Story number 2, Wisconsin man arrested for hitting a bicyclist with his car. He continued driving the bicyclist back to his home, where he commenced his freakout about going to jail.
Sounds true, too.
Yeah, people normally don't take going to jail so well as far as news goes. But...
Don't hit people on their bicycle.
Don't hit people with your bicycle. Story number 3, Wisconsin youth. The Wisconsin youth, or teens, arrested when one boy encouraged another to rob a neighborhood grocery store with a knife. Now, the attendant happened to tell him that you can have all the Tootsie Rolls you want, but I am not opening up the register.
There's got to be more to the story. I'm halfway on it. I'm on the fence with that one.
Nothing surprises me.
I believe the first 2.
All right. Story number 4, Wisconsin man arrested for a non-stop stealing spree from cars, which included a video camera. He then shot on the same camera a full confession on tape.
Like to the camera?
On tape.
There was a camera inside of a car that he was robbing. He turned the camera on himself and filmed the full confession on tape to see if the camera actually worked.
No.
People love confessing stuff on camera.
Okay.
What a narcissist.
Wisconsin man is not a smart one yet. Mm-hmm. And story number 5, Wisconsin woman arrested for shoplifting at a local liquor store. She stole, in particular, a lighter and beef jerky.
Yum.
Police tracked her to her house, where she got naked and was convinced that police could and would not arrest her.
Alright, I hope that one's false, because what a scumbag. Let's call the cops on this lady for a lighter and beef jerky. Like, seriously, you gotta just let her steal something. Just let her have that, you know.
So, Tina and Rob, we're gonna start out with you guys.
A lighter and beef jerky. What kind of person at the convenience store is taking their job that seriously?
Probably.
Or they're just like, you know what?
Actually, this is how it's done. Let's see how it's done. Kevin, what are you thinking, brother?
Which brother?
I'm going number 5.
You're going number 5? Okay.
I'm going number 5. Everything else seems about up to par for Wisconsin. You have defecation going on to Kmart. Check. You know.
Check.
Yeah.
That sounds like Eastern Texas.
Them criminals videotaping themselves. So I'm going number 5 is the only false one on this one.
Okay. Sparky, what are you thinking, brother? Sparky's a thumbs up. He's all in just because he drew them.
You know my routine. Come on.
I know, but we have guests, Sparky. We have guests.
I don't believe the Tootsie Roll one.
You're going to Tootsie Roll one? Okay. All right.
So Sparky's thumbs up means they're all true.
Sparky's going all in because he always goes all in. He has to draw pictures for them. So you guys are in for a treat.
all of those stories were too specific for me to not agree with Sparky. I'm going to go all in, too. I think those are all very feasible stories.
I don't like the Tootsie Roll story.
I think all of those can happen in any state in this country at this point.
Ooh, okay. All right.
That's deep, Robert.
That was really deep. Yeah. And yes, Kmart still do exist, Cammy. Kmart still exists.
They're in Maryland.
Sadly.
Kevin knows.
She's one of the founders of Indie Pods.
Oh, nice.
That's my girl.
That's your boo?
That's my side boo.
That's her rock. I always say that.
Let's start out with story number 1. Wisconsin woman arrested for defecating at a Kmart register to answer nature's call. But instead of being normal, she ducked down behind a register and relieved herself on camera. That is a true story, folks. True story.
She probably did it in hand, too.
She actually, let's see this wonderful picture. Hey, what are you doing? Read the shirt. Oh, it says dropping a load.
Hashtag do what the shirt says.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she was arrested.
Touche, Sparky.
She was arrested, and on her shirt, it actually said, dropping a load.
Oh.
Who dared her to do that?
I don't know.
Jeez.
It was fantastic, though.
Reconnaissance,
She had ulterior motives with that shirt.
Yeah.
And with that
it was planned. That's like not like you didn't go out to murder someone. You planned to go and take a crap somewhere.
Oh,
It was like planned.
Perfect place to do it.
Yeah, welcome to Kmart.
That's what you do there.
Put you on the blue light special or whatever.
That's the brown light special.
You hold out your hand of your own shit and you say, "Here, I bought this here. Can I have a refund for it? These credit?"
This is your fault.
They're like, "Well, even if you don't have a receipt, we're still going to give it."
Kevin, that's when you're flicking the light for the brown light special.
It's a requirement to go to the checkout stand.
Oh, lucky.
Story number 2, Wisconsin man arrested for hitting a bicyclist with his car. He continued driving the bicyclist back to his house, where he commenced his freak out about going to jail. True story.
Yeah, sounds about right.
It is a true story. And because you can ride a bike, I may go to jail. Or can't. Oh yeah, and because you can't ride a bike, I may go to jail. This guy was hanging out legitimately out of the front windshield of this guy's car for 20 minutes. He had a full-on conversation with the guy who was yelling at him through the windshield of his car.
Is this like this past week? Is this weekly news? Like this all happened this past week?
No, it may have been a few years ago.
A few years.
Yeah.
It's still Wisconsin.
It probably, all this probably happened
in Wisconsin.
somewhere in different places within the past week.
Shout out Simone.
Oh, yeah.
We're coming to see you.
Simone Martin, shout out Simone.
Bring me a charcuterie platter.
I love that word, Tim.
It's very sophisticated.
It is. Story number 3, Wisconsin youth arrested when one boy encouraged another to rob a neighborhood grocery store with a knife. The attendant told him, "You can have all the Tootsie Rolls you want, but I'm not opening the register."
If this is true, they knew each other very well, because Tootsie Rolls is very specific. Also,
it is very specific.
Adding the words "with a knife"
That's true.
Makes me think that it's not true, but we'll see.
Well, he was probably demanding Tootsie Rolls. This is probably left out.
Well, then that's the backstory. He must have a Tootsie Roll problem.
Watch the Psyche-delic Podcast.
Listen or watch. Yes. That's the 7th time, I think. I think we're brainwashed. We brainwashed people.
This is a false story.
Well, you have to think about the words they're saying.
They're also
with the knife and Tootsie Rolls.
They're also plausible. I really couldn't
True.
Hey, look, little buddy. You can have the candy, but no money. Hashtag candy for nothing, but the money not for free.
Woo!
Not for free.
All right, a little bit of Dire Straits song right there.
I like it.
For nothing, but money's not for free. I like it.
Good job, Sparky. I like
Not
that.
bad, Spark.
You gotta use your microwave ovens. Right?
Story number 4, Wisconsin man arrested for a nonstop stealing spree from cars, which included a video camera. He then shot on the same camera a full confession on tape. True story.
People love videotaping themselves.
Yeah.
I wonder how long his confession was.
He actually taped himself breaking into the cars, which was fantastic. Great camera phone, but I stole many other things. Let me show you. Hashtag deals of the week.
His confession may not have been verbal, which you failed to dictate to us.
So
Tried to trick us.
he just presented him.
You did some psychological stuff.
That was a good job well done for him.
Yeah, I believed that one too, yeah.
That's inspiration right there.
The only one that I thought was wrong was Tootsie Rolls. So
Tootsie
You're winning
Rolls.
so far.
That's true. Story number 5, Wisconsin woman arrested for shoplifting at a local liquor store. She stole, particularly, a lighter and beef jerky. Police tracked her to her home, where she then got naked and was convinced that police could not and would not arrest her. Because she was naked, Kevin. And clearly on a lot of drugs, Kevin.
Kevin's expert
Listen, if I was
analysis.
a gross-looking woman, right? If I was a gross-looking woman, first thing I would do was strip down in front of the officers in hopes that they would just walk the other way. Like, just
well, it actually does make sense, gross or not, because if you're naked and they're invading your privacy and you were there in your home with the door shut before you got there, they technically are in your space. They don't have any evidence against you. So
She just wanted to do a fake food test. She was probably lighting the Slim Jim on fire.
I think it's true.
Like they do with the cheese to see
I
if it's
stand by
real.
that.
See if there's any real components.
Rob, I like it.
Tina, it is a very true story. Yes, ma'am, you may be naked, but you still stole from the store. Hashtag tricks with jerky.
I like the
Exactly who the
I like the
police
trooper
officers are
hats.
in this depiction. They got little hats on there.
Is she holding beef jerky too?
Yeah.
Picture, yeah.
Hair though.
And,
so you got it.
well, she took it off. She stripped down completely, even the wig.
She took the
She's
weave
got no
off.
clothes on.
Oh, yeah, weave is off, everything, gone.
The rest was already off.
All right, let me chop into these next 5 stories real quick. Wisconsin man arrested for DUI while sitting idle in the... What? All right, Wisconsin man arrested for DUI while sitting idle in the middle of the street. His shirt read, "Been drinking, free breathalyzer test below here."
That makes sense.
True.
Story number 2, Wisconsin man arrested for claiming to be corporate and going into Denny's to actually cook himself some lunch.
He cooked himself the lunch in Denny's? He must have been really mad about his order. I would do that.
Not detailed enough. I don't know if I'm buying that.
I'd be like, I could do this better than you.
Sometimes the details in the pudding. In the pudding.
And the pancakes.
Story number 3.
Strawberries off.
Story number 3, Wisconsin teens arrested for criminal damage to property and graffiti. Both came back to the scene of the crime because they felt guilty and tried to clean up after themselves.
That never happens.
Sure.
A lot of criminals do return at the scene of a crime, but not teenagers. Their amygdalas aren't fully formed.
Nah, their moral compass kicked in the dumbest way.
Moral compass.
Or their parents made them do it. I need to know more backstory. I say no on that one.
Okay. All right. And story number 4, Wisconsin man arrested for driving his car backwards on a city street. He told cops that the transmission was shot and it only went in reverse.
That can happen.
True as hell.
Yeah, I agree.
That is a thing that happens, yeah.
True as hell.
That sounds like something I would say.
And story number 5, Wisconsin man arrested for drunk driving. Police walked up to the window of his car, and he was fishing through his wallet and handed the police officer his credit card.
Okay.
The main part of the story is that the hose that was still attached to the car from the gas station.
That happens in places. I've done that before.
It does,
The card and the hose.
Well, not the credit card, just the hose of the gas pump.
I'm on the fence.
That makes sense. He must have been drunk.
I'm like 60.
Oh, he was really drunk.
3 is wrong, the rest are true. That's my opinion.
I'll say true. I'm true.
You think so?
I think so.
I think so.
Kevin?
I think everything was true but the Denny's one.
I think
You don't like the Denny story? Okay.
Number 2. The Denny's
Going number 2 with Denny's?
A false story.
Oh my gosh, but I would so do that.
You would walk into Denny's as corporate?
You just go in there, you pretend like you're corporate.
That was a good one.
That'd be interesting. See, that'd be an
That was a
interesting
good one.
story.
It depends on
I
how
used to get
well
free
you
breakfast
know people.
like that at the Holiday Inn. I would just pretend like I had a room there, go in, grab a couple bagels, be like, and then complain about my room a little bit, ask to speak to the maitre d', walk away, and grab a bunch of free bagels, and then back off my car we go.
This
I got
happens
bagels
every day, everywhere, in every city.
Although, nowadays you can only get a sacked breakfast
I hate
at the
that.
hotel.
He was like,
Oh.
can I... Like,
They give you
breakfast?
they give you an apple and a
Here's-
granola bar.
And maybe a muffin if you're lucky.
Oh, that's a fun... Wow. That's
The COVID hotel breakfast is what's in style now.
This woman in the elevator one time, she... never mind, we won't go there.
No.
See, the scumbag move would be to fart in the elevator and touch every button at the same time so it actually stops.
Don't fart around me, period. Anybody, ever.
Yeah, no.
I literally will throw up.
Oh, nice. Kevin, you're going with story number 2, right? Rob,
Yeah.
Tina, you're going story number 2.
I went with
Sparky,
3, so I guess I'm wrong.
2's false.
Sparky, you're going all in.
All in, Sparky.
Sparky's all in. All right, we'll start out with story number 1. Story number 1, Wisconsin man arrested for DUI while sitting idle in the middle of the street. His shirt said, "Been drinking? Free breathalyzer test, blow here," with a little arrow towards his junk. That is a true story. True story.
That is a hillbilly right there.
No.
I'm not waking this one up. It's your turn.
In order to wake him up, you needed to press on his breathalyzer test.
Same 2 trooper hats too.
It's the same guys.
True.
The same guys.
Well, it's the same state, you guys. I got to keep the same hat on.
Yeah, same state, same officers. They're like, let's play rock, paper, scissors to see who gets this one.
Yeah. The only 2 troopers in Wisconsin.
Do not shoot.
Clearly he was drunk. He blew a .19.
Oh man,
Solid.
that's a good liar. Like I can only imagine what kind of sociopath he actually is to be able to lie about reversing his car or whatever he did.
It's good he was
while
even able
drunk.
to tell a story.
No, that wasn't even the reverse driver yet.
Wait, which one is this again?
This guy is the guy with the T-shirt that was passed out in the middle of the road.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. His Irish family is going to really get him at Thanksgiving, dinner, and they'll say, "Oh, you couldn't get a .20? What's wrong with you?"
There's a lot of positives that came out of this for him.
A positive blood alcohol content.
That's about it.
Others.
That's a hell of a headache for the next day.
And other things, if with that kind of story, since they've been saying the word meth so much.
Yeah, I haven't said meth yet,
This
have
is
I?
an old story. This guy could have been dead right now.
Aww.
He hung himself
That's true.
in prison. I'm waiting for Tony.
Story number 2, Wisconsin man arrested for claiming to be corporate and going into Denny's to cook himself lunch. Guess what, Rob? Guess what, Rob? This is a true story.
Yes, I'm winning.
You guys
That's
have
the only one I said.
You guys
so
have
far
a
that
very
was
tricky algorithm for your game.
It is a very tricky
Who's reading
algorithm.
that one?
Hi, everyone. I am from
Wasn't there
corporate.
Another guy like this before?
Hey everyone, I'm from corporate and I need to have some friends and a burger.
Fries, honey.
Fries and a burger.
I need friends.
Hashtag
I need friends and some butter.
That's how they sound. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know what that accent was.
What do they sound like?
I want.
I like how.
Yeah, what do they sound like in
that's
Wisconsin?
Kind of funny, though. like you made the guy's priorities pretty in that order, like friends and a burger. As if Denny's supposed to provide one before the other. First, he needs some friends, then the burger.
Yeah.
Because the burger's going to take some time, and their friendship should be instantaneous, right?
It was intentional, for
Yeah,
sure.
that was pretty good.
I like it.
That's pretty good.
So who's winning? Me.
Tina's clearly winning.
yeah.
Clearly winning.
Actually.
Wasn't that a story on another state? It sounded really familiar. That's why I went false on it.
Whatever, Kevin.
There may have been one similar.
Arkansas. It happened in Arkansas.
I don't know. We can't appropriate.
People fake it being corporate. At Denny's. Maybe it was a fake. Maybe it was a Perkins. Something similar happened in a different state. But regardless, continue.
Well, anyways, Oh, story number 3. Wisconsin teens arrested for criminal damage to property and graffiti. Both came back to the scene of the crime because they felt guilty and tried to clean up after themselves. Believe it or not, Tina, this is actually a true story.
Aww,
you
your
said
mommies
false?
made them do it.
That was the truest one. I thought.
It is a
Well-
very true story.
I can't even
They
read
got
that one.
forced to do it.
You got a
The-
whole
The
billboard.
cops were
The
like,
sign-
tell your kids to apologize. Or
The
they're
sign
going to
looks
jail."
much better now. You are a blankety blank. It looks terrible. Maybe we should clean it.
He brought out the Christmas colors for that one.
Mommy was gonna beat your booty. Guys.
To sum it up, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Mama made them do
not
it.
Their morals. It was their mothers.
Yeah.
If Mama was around,
Oh, stop.
Ooh. Or daddy.
that's fired.
It could be a mother or father. You know.
No, that's kind of Rob. That's kind of funny. Like, now the mom's an attentive parent after their kids got done doing some messed up stuff. So before time, she's found at the local VFW down the road.
Unfortunately, when kids get the attention from their parents after they do something like this, even if it's something that's trying to help them, they're likely to go and commit a crime again.
They're gonna be a repeat offender. Yeah, you're right.
Repeat offenders. Oh, this is my favorite story. Story number 4, Wisconsin man arrested for driving his car backwards on a city street. He told cops the transmission was shot, and it only went in reverse.
I want to know this so bad.
It's so true.
It is a true story.
It's gotta be.
Is it true?
It is a true story.
Oh, Sparky already told us.
But
When he gets out of jail, we do need drivers for the force. Hashtag many hours of GTA. It's on the radio, and it's like a station you don't actually want in GTA.
I mean, what if he lived, 45 miles away? You can't fault the man.
Hey, Rob, what if this guy was on crystal meth?
Backwards.
Then more power to him.
Because he was on crystal meth.
Hey.
This gentleman couldn't.
Your brain.
He could not get down to the D.
Crystal meth rocks, whatever the heck.
He probably lived a block.
What's he really gonna do? He's gonna save his he's gonna save his transmission. He's on like, if I didn't do like 5 extra crystal meths, I could have redone my transmission. I don't know the price of it, but I doubt he could have.
Well, he only knew about transmission because he was going to sell it next.
Yeah, he should have translated that high into fixing his transmission.
That would have been
He
great.
didn't have transmission, maybe.
He could have found a way.
He could have been the fuel for his own car.
Yeah.
And story number 5, Wisconsin man arrested for drunk driving when police walked up to the window and he was fishing through his wallet and handed the officer his credit card. The main portion of it was the hose was still attached to the car from the gas station.
That's such a common story.
I've done that before.
Besides the credit card pump attached to the car combination,
I've ripped the pump
I've
out
heard
of
the
a
pump
gas station.
story many times. I was on the fence. I was 60-40 true.
Well, I'm
It's
glad
like,
you're
sorry,
60-40
guys.
because it is a true story. It is a true story.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Just
I'm
because,
sure.
yeah,
The credit card part, though.
yeah, the credit card.
Who's reading that one? Oh, hi. You look cute. Hello.
His driver's license is a Pier 1 credit card. Hashtag might as well use it. I don't care. They're not offended.
Well, anyone that lives in Wisconsin
Do they sound country?
usually is not from Wisconsin.
Yeah, they're usually Canadian.
Well, then that was way off.
Sorry,
folks.
Hey there, guys. They're so super nice too. Canadians, always super nice.
Yeah.
Hey there, buddy. What's going on, hey?
Yeah.
Hey.
What is it?
Deep inside I'm seething, but I'm gonna act fine.
Don't.
What is it? The cheesy fries and
The poutine.
The poutine.
And,
poutine.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Disco fries.
I don't want to stereotype because they probably think we're so
That's
lame.
New York.
If there's any Canadians listening, those were lame
I love you,
stereotypes.
Canada.
I love Canada. I love Canadians.
Really obscure
I love Canadians.
stereotypes.
We have many Canadian listeners.
You're like a Canadian apologizing after giving you an STD. You know, like, sorry about the herpes. You know, it's like, all right.
The herpes.
Oh, no.
The herpes,
I
eh?
just made him sound like a Muppet there. Yeah, I made him sound like one of the chef Muppets. I'm sorry. The chef Muppet from Sesame Street. As if, yeah, the dirty dirt.
Dirty dirt.
Yeah.
Let's more dirty dirt. Let's dirty dirt.
Trying to get the herpes, eh? Dur.
Barky's got it. Yeah, that was a nice addition to the always apologetic stereotype. I like how you branched that out.
Yeah, but like a terrible thing that you should never. That you and I'm sorry is not going to help. You know, but he was so nice about it. But a situation where an I'm sorry is totally not going to help it.
I'm sorry.
But they're still gonna come clean either way.
True.
Like, oh, sorry, I burned down all the houses in the neighborhood.
Hooses.
You know, it's like, all right, they're Canadian. Get out of here. On your way.
It's all the hooses.
Back where you came from. We know you stuck. We know you snuck. You know, we know you're an illegal Canadian. You snuck past the border so you could pay for health care. That's true.
Canadians have excellent health care.
Even the
Believe it or not, they do not.
In Canada.
Yeah, I know. That's what makes it a joke when I said that they snuck past the border
Kevin,
to
you
pay for health care.
You took me too seriously there, buddy.
See, the funny thing is that if you ask Canadians about their health care...
I'm messing with you.
See, the funny thing is that if you ask Canadians about their particular health care, they actually hate their health care system.
I
Most of the
know.
ones
Longer
that
lines, shorter lifespan.
Yeah.
I actually lived in North Dakota, right on the border of Canada. So, like, most Canadians I've met actually are happy with their healthcare system.
Yeah, for the most part, like, it's a good 80-20. As far as, like, people that are for their the United Healthcare.
Like 3-hour conversation.
We're misinformed.
So there's so much other
I
things
think.
that could go into it, but we can't right now. So, like, I'm just kind of just like, that was my broad idea.
Correct.
I feel
Correct.
What
I feel
know.
like they get it.
I know.
They get it. They
'Cause
can
I'm not
they
Canadian.
can be seen, but then the bill later is crazy or something.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still very much convinced that they sneak into our borders to pay for it.
That's just amazing. Which is amazing, by the way. All right, let me jump through these last 5 stories real quick. Starting with story number 1, Wisconsin man arrested for using a sledgehammer to steal cigarettes and lottery tickets.
Makes sense.
You would think. You would think.
Sledgehammer, though, lottery tickets usually aren't
False.
something that you have to sledge
False.
hammer.
Let me just say all true to all. Tony, just give me 1 second. Let me say all true to all these stories because a low battery warning came up on the.
Oh,
tab.
no. Okay, that's perfect.
No, not a Galaxy Tab 8.
Just in case I get disconnected, I'm going to use my phone.
Okay.
I'm going to hook in.
I have
Alright.
to use the restroom.
All right,
I'll
go
be
pee.
here.
Rob is here for you.
Yeah, Rob, get it.
I'll answer what I think she would answer.
All right, so story number 2, Wisconsin man arrested for causing a scene at a bar. He grabs hold of the policeman's so hard, and he squeezed. It caused so much intense pain that he could not let go.
True.
Needless to say, he was maced in the face, releasing his grip, but sending the cop into intensive care.
Just because of the intensive care, little detailed factoid at the end, I would say true.
Story number 3, Wisconsin man arrested for breaking and entering. He would have gotten away with it if he hadn't taken tranquilizers before his crime spree.
Wait a second. You don't take tranquilizers before any spree.
Yeah, let me just sedate myself before I go on a high adrenaline mission.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like Did he think that tranquilizers were supposed to, like, pump him up? Did he know what the drug did, Tony? We'll find out, I guess. But that sounds...
Wisconsin man is not a bright man.
That sounds like a big, fat, made-up story. I'm going to say lie.
All right. Story number 4, Wisconsin man arrested for breaking and entering into the Black Belt Academy, only to be taken out by the instructor.
True. Just because you said Black Belt Academy, it's very detailed and true.
It is very detailed. Story number 5, Wisconsin man arrested for trying to get revenge on a correctional officer after he thought he was getting mistreated in jail by the correctional officer.
Wait, repeat that one.
All right. Story number 5, Wisconsin man arrested for trying to get revenge on a correctional officer after he thought that he was getting mistreated in jail by that correctional officer.
Depends on the type of revenge.
True.
I go true on that.
I'm sure.
All right. Sparky's all in. Kevin, what are you thinking, brother?
I'm going all in on those ones. That sounds like... Well, what we're learning about Wisconsin man, you said he was a drinker. Sparky's iPod died, just in case anybody hopped up.
Galaxy.
His Galaxy tablet.
So, yeah, I mean, it just sounds like typical MO for Wisconsin man. The one thing we do know about Wisconsin man or woman is they don't get told by a convenience store clerk to take the Tootsie Rolls instead of the cash. That turned out to be the false story. But I'm going all true on these ones.
Okay. Tina, Rob, what are you guys thinking?
2 of the ones that you mentioned were false.
Which one?
For me. I forget which ones.
There was a sledgehammer guy with the cigarettes and lottery tickets. There was a guy stealing or causing a scene at the bar. He grabbed the policeman's junk.
True.
Story number 3 was breaking and entering tranquilizer guy.
False.
That can happen.
Story number 4 was breaking and entering guy for the Black Belt Academy.
True.
Agree.
True.
And story number 5, arrested for trying to get revenge on a correctional officer.
Agree.
True.
I only think one is wrong. Look at him pulling his shirt sleeves up. He's ready to drop the knowledge
ready for
on
this.
us.
Look at that 320p.
Look at his outfit. His name is no longer Galaxy.
He is now Alcatel.
He's very... I cannot see him. It's a shadow.
It's a silhouette.
But I know who you are. I can see you, Sparky.
Sparky.
He's all in.
Yeah?
I'm all in, but I still look dark there? I can't tell.
You still look a little dark, but hold up a picture so that we can kind of see it.
Sparky, I feel like the government would really have a hard time finding you.
They have thermal vision.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
I can't really... I just say... I see hashtag might as well
Use it.
Might as well use it.
I think I see trooper hats.
There's trooper hats, and there might as well be a sledgehammer.
Oh, that's that Pier 1.
Oh, that's the Pier 1. Oh, yeah. All right, we're gonna skip. Maybe we'll skip out on the last 5 for picture time, but we'll just go into.
Sorry, Frankie.
Sorry, Spark. It's all right. I can barely hear you too, buddy. It's you're kind of.
Suck.
Oh, get tell.
I've had plenty. It's okay, man.
Yeah.
It's not your fault.
At least it's a secondary
That's all right.
device.
That's okay.
Wipe the camera.
Mine were primaries.
Looks a little blurry. That's all.
Right. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So, story number 1: Wisconsin man arrested for using a sledgehammer to steal cigarettes and lottery tickets.
I said false.
I said I was on the fence.
It's a true story. It is a true story. It's a little vague. Oh, there's Sparky. Hey, Sparky.
Better?
Better voice.
Your light quality is impeccable.
No, your audio quality.
Audio quality is impeccable. Light, not so much. But
I'm gonna jiggle him, and it would make the camera would go flying off the screen. Time.
Can you see the picture?
Time to get cigarettes and lottery tickets.
And it's like not even a hammer. That's like a.
That looks like not a hammer. Yeah,
that might be
like
Mjolnir.
It's like not what I want to say
Like
on
a Funko.
camera.
It's like a Funko Pop.
A Funko Pop.
It's a Funko Mjolnir.
Okay, so that's true. Wow.
That is a true story. Yeah, lovely guy. Just going out for a normal jog around town with a sledgehammer, trying to get some ciggies and.
Wisconsin, apparently.
Wow.
One of their...
Yeah.
I guess we're still doing the looting and rioting.
Yeah.
As if they don't pay attention to what lottery ticket numbers were actually sold.
And they do. They do.
Good idea, people.
Yeah. Not bright.
Yeah.
Number 2, Wisconsin man arrested for causing a scene at a bar, grabs hold of the policeman's junk. He refused to let go and squeezed it so hard it caused intense pain. Intense pain!
Why would you let them do that?
I don't know. I don't know, but it's a true story. It is a true story.
The picture might explain it a little bit.
Get
your hand off me. I do not care how you do it. This is not my gun. I don't know if I read that right.
Yeah, hashtag that is not my gun.
I'm guessing he was grabbing his leg then, right?
He grabbed his third leg so hard it sent him into intensive care. He milked it for all it was worth, brother.
They had.
At least they didn't grab his Tony. That's the good news, right?
Yeah.
They must have known each other before.
They were a couple previously.
They could have been.
It was just a misunderstanding.
But that's okay. That's okay, too.
Nothing wrong with that.
Is this the only time we're saying this through the whole conversation?
No, any of this, guys. Okay.
Nothing wrong? No?
Story number 3.
Keep it real and do what's the deal.
Keeping it real. Keeping it real for the deal.
I'm impartial to all these people's decisions.
It was actually his cousin.
It could have been. They are from Wisconsin.
I have so many friends there.
No, you don't.
Did you say Wisconsin or Wisconsin?
Wisconsin.
The West Coven. That's the hood.
Wisconsin.
The West Coven.
The coven?
The West
Wait,
Coven.
there's a lot of covens in Wisconsin?
We have covens everywhere.
It's one of the wards up there. They go hard.
Interesting.
I just like to freak people out.
Yeah. Story number 3. Wisconsin man arrested for breaking and entering. He would have gotten away with it if he hadn't taken tranquilizers before his crime spree.
People take ketamine.
Ketamine is a crazy drug. Ketamine's a crazy drug because this one is true.
I know it's true.
This one's true.
I only did ketamine once.
Me too.
Long time
Not
ago.
accidentally.
You accidentally... Alright, no.
A long time ago.
I did it purposely. You could pull... Yeah. You can definitely... I actually reversed my answer. But I already lost. It's true.
It is true.
That's a true story. Yeah.
People do ketamine sometimes, apparently. He tried stealing my tranquilizers. Hashtag please don't sleep on the job.
This has been my biggest rant for all the states. This story has been involved in probably about more than a third of the states where people tried stealing from houses and they either got tired and fell asleep or they got drunk and passed out or they took drugs and passed out. This is like this is one thing we've been trying to tell criminals not to do. Please do not, do anything dumb before you try to run the
do
place.
not take
Don't pass out.
tranquilizers of any sort.
A helicopter there.
They actually make you stay up all night.
How do you get a hold of tranquilizers?
The cat ones make you stay up all night.
Ew, Robert, how do you know?
Because I've done it.
And moving on.
So, whatever.
The things you learned about Tina and Rob this week.
It's okay.
You didn't learn anything about it. You never know what I'm kidding or not.
I didn't do it before the show. I haven't done it in a long time.
True.
I've done it. It's okay.
That's an experimental phase.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Story number 4. Wisconsin man arrested for breaking and entering into the Black Belt Academy, only to be taken out by the instructor. True story.
Yeah, sounds about
True
right.
story.
Yeah.
Why would you break into it?
He broke in through a side window.
Hey, nice trophies.
I like your apples.
Hashtag Bruce Lee did not kill Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris lives here, where we live.
We live in a very obscure town. I told you guys earlier, 1850 population. Chuck Norris actually has a place, a ranch,
He goes
right around the corner.
Sometimes.
Norris Ranch.
So it's 1,849 people in Chuck Norris.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everybody's pals with Chuck.
I don't know if he completed his Census Bureau, but...
He is the Census Bureau.
He's the HMS of them.
He's a part of the Bureau, yeah.
Did he ever go door to door for you guys to try to buy the Nordic track?
He's a door.
Because when you're that close...
I heard that Chuck Norris roundhouse kicked a quarter into 2 dimes and a nickel.
Yeah, he tried to sell you a Bowflex, didn't he?
Something like that.
Good on that.
Something like that.
I don't need more biceps. I'll look like a lolly. I will look weird.
A lollipop?
Yeah, because my arms will be huge. I'm good on that.
This particular gentleman broke in through a side window, which was in the office of the Black Belt Academy. He rummaged through the particular closet where I guess he was trying to go through some of the clothes and materials that were inside the office, when the instructor actually confronted the man and said, "Hey man, what are you doing here?" And he said to him, quote unquote, "Oh, I'm trying to sign my kid up for ballet."
People are just...
Did he have a kid?
A, no kids. B,
Okay.
karate instructor.
See, I bet it really hurt bad.
I bet it hurt really bad when he kicked his face in.
We're probably missing a lot of the context to this story, but
Yeah.
if that's just how the story is, people are just outrageous. Like, what?
Agreed.
How do people make it through life?
Are we doing the game right? Are we thinking?
You guys are
too
thinking it. You guys are putting a lot of thought into it. I like it.
hard? I think this is what we do on our podcast. We over talk.
Yeah.
I love it. Story number 5: Wisconsin man arrested for trying to get revenge on a correctional officer after he thought that he was getting mistreated in jail by the CO.
True.
Revenge.
It is a true story.
Very true story.
Literally
It was on
everywhere.
CNN. The story was.
I will teach.
I will teach them to be terrible.
I'll teach them to be terrible to me.
And then,
And I don't know what that is.
That's a guy with a boomerang. Oh yeah. I mean a gun.
Okay, he got a
It's the
gun.
sledgehammer guys. It's just the sledgehammer.
That's
guy.
what it is. It's Sledgehammer guy coming back.
Yeah, it's not anything else.
Unfortunately, this guy spent a little time in jail, and he was quite the miscreant while in jail. So, when he got out, he said, "I'll get that correctional officer," and he got arrested for attempted murder and also for having a gun while he was a felon.
Oh wow!
50
So he's
years.
gone.
50 years total. He got.
Yeah, he's goodbye.
Yeah.
Especially in Wisconsin. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Texas and Wisconsin laws are pretty on par with one another.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
People
You cannot
just
be
need
a felon. You cannot be a known felon and own a weapon.
Why would you do that? First of all, COs are not cops. They're just normal people
Just
with
normal people.
outfits.
Yep.
And second of all, if you're a felon, why do you have a gun?
People just need to relax. Just
Yeah.
take a
Go meditate.
take like 10 minutes of introspection and just not act so crazy.
Normally, I mean, the behavior of somebody wouldn't be if he felt like he was mistreated to the point where when he does get out, he's got something going on up there.
Yeah.
Maybe he actually was mistreated, and most prisoners are ignored after the fact because they're like, "So how was your stay in prison? 1 out of 5 stars? Huh, guess something must be wrong here." Well, don't worry,
has
we're prison. Everybody gets us 1 out of 5 stars.
But you can control what you do after
exactly.
the fact. You can take legal action.
A lot of them are mistreated, and a lot of them do have valid
Always
stories
almost
that people like us make fun of. Or
That's
make
true.
fun of,
Making fun of
That
it.
is true.
But it's not really fair. And a lot of them have mental disorders that put them there, that they were at a disadvantage from the start. So it's not always their fault that they're
Right.
there. And they didn't always have somebody to love them.
And that's why
And that's-
the prisons are
that's key.
overflowing with people.
You know what I find adorable? You guys on that couch.
Cats. Look how cute we are.
Our overthrow fella.
Look how
The Sherpa overthrow.
The
Sherpa.
Guys, I want to roll out the red carpet to you. I want to end this show on a good note. Where should they find you guys if they were looking for you?
This is all her. I'm bad at marketing us. Go ahead,
What am I
Vic.
doing? Oh.
Where can they find us?
I'm rolling out the red carpet.
PSYCH with a sorry.
Just restart.
Psyche.
Okay. Visit us anywhere. Just look us up. We're in the top 50 on Chartable globally all the time.
The Psyche-delic Podcast.
The Psyche-delic Podcast.
The Psyche-delic Podcast.
The Psyche, PSYCHE -delic, which is DELIC, podcast.com.
Psyche.
Or
Delic.
that, yeah.
Podcast.
Yes.
Type that in.
Just look for Tina Marie
And
Trimpert.
then go from there.
Trimpert. Tina Marie Trimpert.
We'll be on Pinecast.
Robert Trimpert.
Pinecast.
Trimpert. And find all
You guys were very easy to find, by the way. I already liked your page on Facebook. Very easy to find, as long as and also Facebook does something called they like fill in the blanks for you, just in case you don't know how to spell, but you know how.
I know.
Yeah,
how to word
autospell.
At. And then and then you just type it, and then boom.
Yeah, I put in the and then PSY, and then it brought up all these suggestions. And the other one was
Podcast.
the Psyche-delic Podcast, and I figured that must be you guys right there, because it involved all the words. You know.
Watch the
Well, that's
Psyche-delic
awesome. I didn't know
Podcast.
that we were being autofilled in the search.
Yeah,
Good
definitely.
SEO.
It's great.
Yeah.
Also go
Yeah,
to
so I just press the thumbs up button, and when I do check it out, I mean, you guys are really cool to listen to. I'm going to actually be able to do, there's a button on there. It says invite friends.
Yay.
Okay?
Ooh.
So my friends would probably enjoy something like this, like a psychedelic type of podcast. And if they don't, the worst they could do is just click the no or decline or whatever button. It's not like
Write
I'm
us a
soliciting
one-star review.
your
Kevin, if we weren't so darn boring, your friends would actually listen to us too.
We'll help you guys too.
Thank you. We really appreciate that. And
Kevin, you're awesome for that.
if people don't like one episode, almost every episode is completely different. So
That's awesome.
just find what you like, any topic, and I promise whatever topic you like that we discuss, it will be an enjoyable 45 minutes to an hour for you.
Yeah, don't. If you don't have something nice to say, don't say it.
OnlyFans.
And tell us what it is.
Just find what you're interested in, and
That'll fix it.
we've covered a lot of it so far. So.
Yeah, so great
The
drawing
Psyche-delic
skills, Sparky.
Podcast.
Great ASMR, Tony. Great
you.
shout out, Kevin. Great ideas. Your camera is not as jumpy. Everybody is great. I like your mic now, Sparky. I wish you had it from the beginning.
Yes.
It's like you did a light to audio switch. But everybody...
Well, I went from my tablet to my phone, so... And then I hooked in the headset.
The Psyche-delic
you
Podcast.
guys are really cool. You've been really accommodating. I love all of you.
Tony's
Tony,
fine.
thank you for inviting us. Kevin,
Thank you guys for coming on. We really appreciate you.
Yeah.
Especially for Indie Pods United. We had a really, really good time. It was cool. It was just an awesome experience. I can't wait to do it next year. Very excited.
Why?
Yeah, give us your feedback, man. Kevin, thank you for being unplugged from the Matrix. Thank you for your Funko Pops. And
just before you guys sign off, we still have two little mentions still.
Oh, two little mentions. Go ahead, Sparky.
Where are we going to be at next week, Tony?
Sparky, where are we next week, brother? Ooh, we're in Wyoming, man.
Wyoming.
They're going to Wyoming.
We're going into Wyoming. It is our last state. It is our last state of this 50-state run. It was the end of a good run, but we will be finishing it in Wyoming.
interesting.
What does that mean?
Why is the face crying on
Well,
the
we have
picture?
50 episodes. We did 50 states and we did one state for every episode.
No way.
Yeah.
We didn't do 50 episodes.
We didn't do 50 episodes. We did a couple more, but...
So cool.
Yeah.
But still.
That's still super cool.
That is an amazing...
But as I said, though, it was the end of a good run.
Aww.
That's the reason why I got the tears, because now I have to come up with a new idea for next year now.
I got some stuff running around.
Wyoming, guys. Fun fact about Wyoming: it's the number one state I suggest whenever somebody says, "Where are we going to put the refugees?"
Right there.
Good call.
Number one state I suggest every time.
Hey, Sparky, if you were to put refugees on a streaming service, Sparky, where would you put them?
Wyoming is a beautiful state.
On our little list.
I would put refugees on our list as far as Facebook, Google, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, I should say, Castbox,
Yo, Rio.
Never heard of that one.
Spotify.
Rio.
Yeah, you can find us on all of our favorite streaming services. We are the Podguyz Podcast, guys. I am Tony Kaz, followed by...
Devin Newberry here.
And the ever-loving Picasso.
And
Sparky.
oh.
Tina, Rob, thank you guys very much for coming on. Namaste.
Namaste. We love you, Podguyz Podcast with a Z.
Thank you for the yoga exercise.
Goodbye, everyone.
See you guys.